coach, you have called 28 players for upcoming plus 10 teams and some 3 new players. Can you please say something about the Saduddin, Kazem and Rahul Rabbi?
As I said before, Tajuddin and Quasem are players that we have been following up for a long time already. Quasem, when he joined police, we spot him in a training session in one of our club's visits, and we already saw that he had some technical abilities that could be interesting for the way we understand or the way we play. He could fit well in the team. After already 1.5 seasons played for police, mostly, we believe he's improving. He's evolving well. And we will go slowly with him, but we believe at some point he can provide things to the team. That's the same thing. Last year he was playing as a wing back mostly for Muktijuta, and we saw some things that were interesting. We called him for the Asian Games actually, but he got injured in the knee and then he couldn't join. But now with Sheikh Jamal he was doing very well. And it's true that he didn't play in the last 3 games, if I'm not wrong, but we already had made the decision that we wanted to see him in the national team environment, and the same thing. These newcomers, we are more careful with them and we go a little bit slower with them in trainings. And then Rahul is a little bit different because Rahul was not under our radar at the beginning of the season. And then slowly with his performances with brothers, slowly started catching our attention. And in the end, the numbers are there. No, he has scored 5 goals in 9 games. I think he did one of the games even he didn't play. So he's getting a quite high goal rate, and that is interesting. And he has some interesting characteristics that also we believe that will fit in our philosophy.
And I think previously you also take the name of Kazem in your notebook.
Yeah.
Maybe he got injury, that's it?
Exactly. Kazem was in the November training camp. He was in the list of 30 before we published it, and that was an Independence Cup game, and he got injured in Kings Arena. I remember he got injured the 2 days before giving the list. So then we dropped him for the list, but he was already in our thoughts to join the team in November 23.
This time you don't get 2 players like Mursalin and Tariq Kazi, and also you get 2 players, Topu and Zico. What is the impact?
Obviously, they are important players. Mursalin has that capacity that we sometimes miss, which is that capacity to always that finishing skills, or that is always a threat, no, for other teams in the last third. And Tarek have that composure as a centre back, and that mentality and that maturity, which is very important for us. We will miss them. Yes, we will miss them, but again, I'm sure this is opportunity for others, as we always say, and I'm convinced that the other players will step up and will take that responsibility, and we will be able to perform again. Zico and Topu are players, especially Topu now. Even Tariq not being there, I think Topu's role is going to be even more important coming back as one of the main centre backs of the team. And both of them, Zico and Topu, are going to bring that balance of experience, because in the end I think it is 12 under 23 players, which is quite young squad. And Topu and Zico with Sohail, with both Sohails, with Jamal, with Bisho, with Ramat, all these players give that Rakib that balance. So I think Zico and Topu are going to have an important impact in this camp.
And 2 players, one Shufil and Sajjad. Shufil scored 4 goals, Sajjad scored 3 goals in league. Can you say something about, because they are in your team before?
They have been in our team before. They are in our scouting list. They are in that in the expanded list that we manage in the daily activity here in the office and when we scout the BPL. We follow up very closely on them. but in the end you have to make decisions. Probably both of them deserve to be there, probably, but you have to make a reduced list. They have been there in the preliminary list, let's say, of 35, 37 till the end. But we have to make decisions. I'm very happy for both because I know them, both of them well, even more Sajjad. That Sajjad started going to the national team with us in June in 2022. And he's a super hard worker and he deserves always I always wish him the best. And Shufil was with me also in June in the same camp that Sajjad came. And Shufil is also a very good boy. I think has struggled a little bit in the last season at Mohammedan. And I'm happy for him that he's picking up again, and it's good for him to have playing time in a BPL team and already scored 4 goals in the league. No? So it is not going to be possible this time, but I hope they keep maintaining those performances that they are having, and who knows if they would have a chance in a future camp.
In last 1 year, except Seychelles, we played all of the matches against the high-ranking team, like Bhutan, Maldives, Afghanistan, Lebanon, Kuwait. And this time also we are going to play against Philistine. They are more high-ranking team. They played very good in Asian Games. So everybody want good result from Bangladesh because they done very well in last 1 year. What is your ultimate target against Philistine?
The target is gonna be what we have to make sure is that the team, as I said before, upgrade to the next level. That is not negotiable. What we cannot do is to go to a training camp in Saudi for 15 days, having there our training camp, practice games, and then don't perform at the right level against Palestine. Then the result anything can happen. No, maybe they win, they draw, or we get a win. But what is not negotiable is that Bangladesh team has to be more competitive than in the last window. That is a must. And that is the main objective. And we know that if we are able to perform at a higher level against Lebanon, we did a very good job, the team did a very good job, we believe we can have chances. But I cannot tell you because Palestine is a top 100 ranking team. It's a team that has played the last 16 of the Asian Cup, that was fighting till the end with Qatar, which is the Asian champions. Got a 0-0 against Saudi in a friendly game before starting the Asian Cup, a draw with UAE. It's a very strong team, but also they draw against Lebanon, no? So we have that. We actually believe that we can be very competitive against Palestine, but the details and the attention of small things is going to be more important than ever to be able to achieve something against them. That is the point.
One last question, that I think you are a little bit unlucky. You don't get the full squad every time. Always some injury, suspension, some other issues behind your team. Say something about the team.
As I said before, I think we were in a meeting the other day and we were talking about that. No, that when we are going to get the full strength of the squad and what we could achieve if everyone was there. No, but again, the conclusion is that it has happened many times, and every time the team has overcome the situation with players that you are not expecting for them to perform at that level, and then they come. Look at Shakil, look at Mitul, look at Isa, Faisal, look at Fahim scoring and giving an assist in the second game against Maldives. Players or Rana, the progression of Rana, which is huge, or Ridoy. Players that probably until they didn't get the opportunity for an injury or for a suspension or something, we had a lot of hopes and expectations on them, but then they got the opportunity and took it, and they proved that they are ready. So that is a very positive thing, that apart from the main players that have already experienced and that already players that have proved that they have the level for the national team, anytime there is an opportunity for others, those new players take it, and that makes the team a much more competitive team because you have more players that can perform. So yes, it is happening to us, but in the end, it's injuries. injuries is is the daily activity in football. No, injuries are always there, and you have to adapt to that and adjust. And there's no excuses about injuries or suspensions or anything.
And it's proved that Bangladesh has a lot of football quality. Injury is not a problem for
exactly. That's
right?
that's the point.
Thank you.
Thank you.